Hi, so I'm here with some travel tips. If you've been following me, you know that I just got back from a 2-week trip in Europe and I took my mom. Now, I have been traveling internationally for about 27 years and I've always been a solo traveler, so I had to learn a lot of these things on my own by myself. I took my mom on her first trip ever. She's never had a passport before, never left the country before. And you're probably going to ask yourself, or ask, why didn't you tell your mom these things? I did. I did tell her all of these things. I even gave her a suitcase to use, one that I've used before, but how do I put this? I'm a Cancer and she's an Aquarius. That really says it all. We are completely opposite. We are like oil and water. And it's like anytime I try to give her advice, she thinks she knows better and she's going to do it her own way. So that's kind of what she did. And she learned the very hard way, the things I learned after my first trip. Let's just start at the beginning. So before you get on a flight, to do your best to avoid the ear pain, you want to take an allergy pill, a nasal decongestant, and you also want to do one of these allergy nasal sprays. You want to do those about 30 minutes before your plane takes off. That will help reduce the ear pain, and it won't prevent the ear clogging totally, but it will help. Okay? That's number one. Number two is the luggage that you choose to bring. First of all, don't wear a jacket, like a heavy coat, in an airport. You're going to be carrying it everywhere. The airports are hot. They're always hot. And you're moving fast and you're carrying things and listen, unless you are okay carrying that coat around with you, that's your decision. I know that because we were on 4 different flights or more actually, and I was sweating the whole time. So I know to wear a t-shirt, some breathable clothing, because it is hot in those airports, you guys. You're going to be sweating, and all the walking that you're doing and all the stuff that you're lugging behind you. Get your coat out of your suitcase when you get to your destination. Trust me on this. Speaking about suitcases, my suggestion is check all your bags. If you're going on a very long trip and you do need to bring things with you, I suggest a backpack. So this is a travel backpack. It's waterproof. It has many pockets, and it even has this pack. This is what you put this is on your back, right? So this is where your passport, your money, all this stuff goes, because this is the side that's on your back. And you also have one in front. There's just so many pockets. I suggest that because I like to have my hands free. I don't like to worry about dragging things, putting things on my arms. That's what works best for me. Some people don't like to carry things on their back, so they will have something with wheels. Don't do what my mom did. My mom brought a carry bag where the only option she had was to carry it. And she filled that bag up. It was heavy. And I tried helping her carry it here and there, but I had my own stuff to carry. So I kept telling her, we were in 3 different countries. I said, after the first time we got to the airport, I said, you need to get rid of that bag and buy a backpack. Or get something with wheels. Just didn't listen. Didn't listen until the trip home on our 4th flight. Suffered the whole time. The other thing that she didn't do was use the suitcase I gave her to use. And here's why this is important. This suitcase right here, see how this handle comes all the way up? That's enough room to slide a bag on top and pull it behind you. Hers only went up about that far. And she didn't know that until she got to the airport. She also didn't realize that her suitcase, when it was full, didn't really roll the right way. And so she had to drag it. That's why I gave her a suitcase that I knew would work. But she didn't want to do that. She wanted to buy her own. My mom learned a lot of hard lessons on this trip. So my suggestion to you is, if you have a bag that you're set on using, roll it around. Make sure it's going to move the way you want it to move, especially when it's full. Make sure the handle goes up all the way if you plan on putting a bag on top of it to roll behind you. Okay? And I suggest hardtop because my first several trips when I was in my 20s, I used the canvas bags, and every time I got to my destination, the stuff inside was wet. It was always wet. So I will no longer ever use canvas large bags for that very reason. Another thing I suggest, so you don't have to be one of these people who are searching for a seat that next to someplace to charge your phone, or you have to sit at a charging station away from your gate, get a mobile charger. They make them for Androids and for Apple phone. Now, I bought this and I thought it was just for iPhone, and my mom bought her Android one, but it wouldn't work. So she used mine and it worked. So they are interchangeable, apparently. You don't have to worry about where you're gonna sit to charge your phone if you need to. I used this the entire trip. On all of our tours, on the tour buses, like the 8-hour-long tour buses, this was perfect, okay? The other thing that I didn't have before, and I wish I knew on previous trips, and really, really came in handy, used the entire time, was this Glocal Me. It's a mobile Wi-Fi. So every time I have gone to other countries, I was not able to use my phone for directions. As soon as I would leave the hotel and lose the Wi-Fi, I would not be able to use my phone as a map to find my way around. I wouldn't be able to get online until I got somewhere that let me use their Wi-Fi. This was perfect. So after you buy this isn't, just so you know, because I didn't know, this is not the only purchase. So this was $80. This is just for the device. When you get to the country you're in, you log on to the app, and then you buy a package for that country. So like I bought 7 days worth of data and Wi-Fi use for like $30. And it worked everywhere. I was able to be online posting content while I was on tour bus. So this is amazing. If you're curious about any of the things I'm talking about, they are linked in my Amazon account. If you go to the link in my bio, there should be a link tree, and then there's like a link for Amazon, and it's like, I think I call it all the things I love from Amazon. So literally everything in my life I purchase is from Amazon. So they're all linked there. You just got to scroll through and find it. And then lastly, this little converter. So I got this converter. You see it has, you can get ones that have more plugs, but this is really, I didn't even need all of these plugs. And then it comes with a whole bag of adapters. So for whatever country you're going to be in. And that was actually very affordable. And then my last piece of advice, do not take cash. Every country we were in was cashless. Scotland, London, and Ireland all prefer cashless purchases. I used my Apple Pay on my phone to pay for it, literally everything. I didn't have to pull out a card. I didn't have to pull out a wallet. Everywhere we went, for everything we did, Apple Pay. If you have Android, you can also add a wallet onto that phone to use it to pay. So you can figure that part out. I don't know. I have Apple. So those are my travel tips for today. If I think of some more, I will post. If you have questions about anything, please leave a comment, and I will make sure that all of the items are in that Amazon link, but I know they are. I know they are. So check it out if you want to see the backpack, the charger, the Wi-Fi, all of it. It's all in there. Hope this helps.